When you drive a Lamborghini in a neighborhood like Silver Pine Hills, you expect a few double takes. Maybe a neighbor asking, "What do you do for a living?" What you don't expect is HOA Karen's teenage son trying to carjack you in broad daylight, then calling you a thief when you refuse. That's exactly what happened the day I pulled into my own driveway, and it ended with a set of handcuffs, a red-faced Karen, and a whole neighborhood learning who I really am. The setup: new money in old territory. I bought my house in Silver Pine Hills 2 years ago, an upscale suburb with perfectly trimmed lawns, 4-car garages, and a strict HOA full of retirees and busybodies. I paid cash for a corner lot estate, kept to myself, and drove my Lamborghini Huracan STO on weekends. That car is my pride and joy. Matte black, 640 horsepower, V10 engine that purrs like a panther and roars like a jet. Enter Karen and her 17-year-old son, Braden. Karen sits on the HOA board and walks around like she's the neighborhood sheriff. Braden, spoiled rotten, always in backwards hats, overpriced sneakers, and loud TikTok energy. He's the kind of kid who thinks earning something means his mom swiping the credit card without looking. The demand. Last Saturday, I had just pulled into my driveway after a morning cruise through the canyon. I was wiping down the car when Braden skated up to the curb with his phone out. He pointed at the Lambo. "Yo, you rent this or what?" I looked up. "Nope, it's mine." He scoffed. "There's no way. You don't look like someone who could afford this." I just smiled. "Appreciate the compliment." Then he said something that made me pause. "My mom says this neighborhood doesn't allow garage exotic vehicles. So either you give me a ride, or I'm reporting you." "Reporting me to who?" I asked. He pulled out his phone and tapped it like it was a weapon. "The HOA. My mom runs the board. This thing is technically a non-standard visual disruption under Section 12. I shook my head. "You want a ride so bad you're quoting HOA bylaws?" He stepped forward. "No, I want the car. Just for the weekend. I'm taking Madison to prom. She's expecting something big." I blinked. "You want me to lend you my $400,000 Lamborghini? For prom?" He actually nodded. "Yeah. And if you don't, my mom can have you written up. Or kicked out." The flip. That's when Karen came stomping out of her stucco fortress across the street. Sunglasses on, iced coffee in hand. "What's going on here?" Braden grinned. He said, "No, Mom. He won't let me take it." Karen turned on me like I'd stolen her pearls. "You're in violation of HOA guidelines. That vehicle is too loud, too flashy, and completely inappropriate for our image. Consider this a formal notice." I raised an eyebrow. "Funny. You must have skipped the last HOA board email." She sneered. "I am the HOA board." I smiled. "No, you were. You were voted out 3 weeks ago." She blinked. "Excuse me? That board email you didn't read?" I sent it. "I'm the new HOA president. I was elected unanimously after buying 3 lots and consolidating my voting power. Didn't need a campaign. Just paperwork." Karen froze. Braden's jaw dropped. Then I added, "And I have security footage of your son trying to extort and intimidate me into giving up a vehicle he doesn't own." Right on cue, my security detail pulled up, 1 off-duty cop and 1 HOA legal advisor who lives 2 doors down. They'd seen the footage. 10 minutes later, Braden was in handcuffs for attempted coercion and trespassing. The deputy on my detail had more than enough justification. Karen shrieked. "This is insane. You can't arrest a teenager for asking." "He didn't ask," I said. "He demanded. With threats. There's a difference." The fallout. Braden was released to his mother after booking. The charges stuck, at least until the judge threw him into community service and mandated a written apology. Karen resigned from all HOA matters the next day. As for me, I now host Cars and Coffee every other Saturday in my driveway. The neighbors bring donuts, take photos with the Lambo, and laugh about the time Karen's son tried to steal a supercar. Turns out, being underestimated is a superpower, especially when you're holding all the keys.